So they just made MIMICKER free-to-play in the Gear Hub. It is in Tier 9 for credits of all things. So we have a scout for credits. Now, this is obviously Tier 9, which is going to take a lot of work to get to. So today we're going to be talking about MIMICKER just in general on my max level account. So this is maxed out. I'll be fighting presumably maxed meta people. And we'll be going over how it works, how good it is in the current meta, and what weapons generally work well with it. Starting off with Tetra Rifle, which I think is the best weapon for MIMICKER. And I know that sounds strange because, I mean, you're probably thinking, well, RuFFles, Tetra Rifle's not really a meta weapon, so why would a non-meta weapon be the best pick for a equally non-meta mech? Because MIMICKER is non-meta, right? So that might sound weird. And it definitely is. It's very strange, but I think Tetra Rifle, just from my experience and everything that I've done, has always gotten consistently extremely good results. I think it's a perfect balance of range, of firepower, and I think it suits the ability of MIMICKER very well, which is to say that you want to stay as far back as you can for as long as you can. The build screenshot that I kind of showed on the screen for a little bit. Let me scan this guy. This is a surge. This is a guy. His mods are gone. He's weak, though. Wait, no, that's not a guy. Where's the guy? Where'd he go? I saw him. Boom, boom. Hold on. I'm gonna back up. This Panther shows himself for a little bit. I got him. I'll scan this support to get my HP back. I just swear I saw the guy at one point, but now I don't see him. I've got a Oracle thing on me, as you can also tell, which doesn't help. He's just going. Now that's a Solus, and it's from the back. Well, I mean, it just kind of goes to show that Tetra Rifle can do a stupid amount of damage. That was without a damage boost grab either. So typically the way that I use MIMICKER is I will stay in stealth for as much as I can. So primarily, I am grabbing scout abilities, like I'm scanning scouts primarily, to stay in stealth for as much as I can. Now, if someone happens to get close, then I will probably go with either a damage boost or a shield, depending on which one's available. I tend to prefer damage boosts. No, the player didn't quit. He's got 2.11 million damage. I don't know what he's doing. And you're not going to completely melt away some of like the super meta tanks, but you could see it does extremely well even against some legendary stuff like that. Like that Solus is just gone. It's the same HP as like a Surge, so that would have the same result if it were a Surge. We got another long-range map here. I'm sticking with the same build because I'm hoping to actually get some tougher opponents here. How's it going, pal? Oh, nice. He's got an Orion with Stormrack. That's pretty decent. So I'm hoping to get some tougher opponents, people who are a little bit more aggro, got a little bit more meta stuff. That last dude has Scorpius, to really showcase how this holds up against some of the more spicy enemies. It just does a lot. On most Tetra Rifle builds, I will go with weapon range, but in this case, I'm not. I'm going with ability range instead. I believe it's like 125 is what I have on my ability currently. He's gone. Bye. So I'm gonna take an angle. Usually I'll take this, but sometimes I'll take off to the left as well. Like a bit more out in the open. Grabbing that's not really gonna help me because he's got Hornet, which chews through my mods and stuff. So here, I'm going to just... Ugh. Ow. Please, no. Someone stop him. He's a madman. Alright. So he's gone. I just need to find a support mech now. That's scary. Clearly, you have a weakness to people who are pushing up on you. I feel like that was pretty obvious. Alright, here we go. Oh, really? I didn't get him with either of those. It's crazy. Like, ooh, I saw support. Hold on. I got excited for a little bit there. I need HP badly. And look at that, dude. He's almost gone already. He's almost just gone. Oh, he's dead. Now, a lot of damage, 3 million damage. But I may have stayed in that for a little too long. Obviously, you have to also keep track of how long you stay in some of these campy builds, because if you do it for too long, even though you survive, you are ultimately the reason that your team loses, because you don't get beacons and whatnot. Now, obviously, that is a very campy build, and we could use one that is less campy, so I have Stormwreck 16s here. And I'm not going with any damage implant on Stormwreck whatsoever. These are the 16s, so I have plenty of damage output, really. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I would normally do with basically any weapon on MIMICKER, which is to start off by scanning primarily scouts basically as often as I can. And I have cooldown, duration, and also range, ability range, to give me as many options as I can. I don't really need range on this map, but it comes in handy for longer ranged maps, obviously. Ow! Bro, what the heck? My guy has Disruptor? Okay. Whatever. Kill you. That's Eclipse Spectre? Yeah, it is indeed. I could use Radius. I might use Radius. It would be a decent one. Again, I'm going with stealth as much as I can. It's a Cyberbot. Come on, bro. Ooh, nice. Damage boost. Oh. Ooh, by the way, come on. It still got me? It's kind of dumb. But whatever. My weapon range is fine here. Can I kill him? I almost did. I'll just, grab a scout to sort of top myself off. Oh, but we're not a scout, but a support. To be honest, like, and you might think, well, you know, like in this case, just grab another support and heal yourself up a little bit more. The stealth honestly keeps you alive a lot better than the heal does. And this is why I grab primarily stealth most of the time. Because it makes it a lot harder for people to hit you. They don't realize you're there as much. And also, you know, certain mechs and certain weapons simply can't affect you very well. I'm gonna grab this shield before I poke out. Ow. Yeah, that was a good decision. Grabbing the shield was definitely a good decision. Uh-oh, there's savants. Similar to Stormwreck, you could also use Charge Rocket, which is fun, or probably more fun, to be honest, because you can go crazy with it in terms of speed, but you don't have as much range. And like I mentioned at the start, MIMICKER really likes its range. I have a legendary range implant on Charge Rocket here that gets me 25%. It's level 5. And so that's not bad. That gets me to 100 meters. But only 100 meters, right? I'm still keeping my ability range and whatnot. I could just go with cooldown, to be fair. But I think primarily giving yourself as many options as possible. I'm scanning this guy first. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Just to get behind him real quick. I will now do that, kind of preemptively fire at this Blockhorn. What I really don't want him to do is put up his shield, because that's just going to make it really difficult for me to deal any damage to him. Crap. That's exactly what I did. Whatever. I'll grab this health, the support guy next. I'm even going to wait a little bit. No, I'm not. Bruh, I'm that bad, huh? I'm that bad? Okay. You know I was bad at stuff. I didn't realize I was that bad at stuff. Alright, so this bot here, he's gonna rush me. He knows where I am. He's gonna... I don't think he's gonna full send to me, though. I'm just gonna wait for his ability to be over, to be honest with you. Boom, 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 boom. His HP, not crazy. I can just take some counter healing to, you know, counteract the small amount that I will be taking. And then primarily I'm going to worry about this guy. Oh, he's linked to somebody. So someone took a lot of damage for no reason. Oh, baggy. I'm going to take this stealth as well. And we're going to run it over here. So these bots are going to have a hard time hitting me. Players are going to have a hard time hitting me. This parasite's just straight up not going to be able to link me at all while I'm in stealth. Oh. Hello. Hello. Alright, so I'm a fast boy, as you can tell. But again, with only 100 meters weapon range, that really limits the amount of engagements I can take. Because I could be very effective in ranged engagements. My ability's not really crazy for close-up. Right? Oh, that's not good at all. That's not good at all. Please don't. Please don't. Yep. The moment I even attempt to go toward the middle, I instantly die. Alright, and of course, it would not be a RuFFles video without the obligatory suppressor glaze. See, he's moving to the right. Most of the time, people go to the left. Now, I wonder if he's gonna go to the... Yeah, he's still gonna go to the left. He's gonna search. Good to know. I have range implant on here. I'm going with suppressor. I think is really nice in terms of implant variety. Because there's a lot of decent ways to choose implants for a lot of builds. But in this case... Ooh, I got the stealth up. Nice. In this case, I'm going for damage, drain, and range to keep myself as effective as possible from as far away as possible. Like I said, I always want to keep my distance with this. Anything that can get close will most likely kill me. Should I take damage? I don't know. I guess so. Fine. Yeah, he's gone. The 16s, suppressor 16s are very, very strong. The 12s are they're alright. I mean, that's suppressor. I like them all, but, you know, they're not as effective. I'm going to take stealth before moving around the corner here. But I'm also, you know, sacrificing my ability implants for this. Obviously, I'm using ability range still, but I'm not using any cooldown or duration. What are you? Where are you going? He's just going to keep going. I mean, if he keeps going back there and I just keep sending him back, I actually don't really care. It's more a matter of, let me take some counter healing. I'm going to need it, I think. Chungus is still considered a tank, according to Mimicker. It used to be a tank, for people who didn't know. It's not anymore. It was a long time ago. I'm actually going to really focus on this guy. I would like to scan another sport. But I'll take the shield for the sake of keeping myself alive. So I don't know what that is. A sniper. Could have killed me. Theoretically. It's all a matter of figuring out what it is that you need. You know, like what kind of purpose are you trying to fulfill? Like in this case, I don't want damage to kill him faster. I want a shield so that I don't die. Oh, that was sketch. That was incredibly sketch. He almost killed me anyway. But if I didn't have a shield, if I just had damage, I would have been dead 100%. I feel like there's no two ways about that. Ah, dang it. He's linked is the problem. Now, I can just wait here for him to, for him to kill the nomad bot that he's linked to. That's fine. Boom, 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 boom. Use the radius. I'm gonna scan you. Another thing about Mimicker to know. Oh, crap. One of my bots are probably gonna shoot him now. Oh, maybe not, actually. Another thing about Mimicker to know is that, unlike, let's say Guardian, right? It has a similar, kind of wave ability. Or, hit cone. Not like wave, but, it has a similar hit cone. But you can't aim it up or down. It's perfectly static. So if someone just happens to be, a floor below you, you can look down at them, but your ability, vision range doesn't actually move. It's completely static. So people can avoid being scanned like that. It's just a good thing to keep in mind so that you don't get yourself kind of completely screwed over. I'm dead, I think. But yeah, all of those builds have, their pros and cons, and I like all of them in their own way. But I do still think that Tetra Rifle is my overall favorite. I think it just pairs very, very well with the ability of MIMICKER. Heavy energy capacity, right, means you're allowed to use the 16s, which do a lot of damage if you get them charged up, so that's nice. You also have the ability to, like, kind of keep yourself in stealth and protected from a bit of a distance. Like, you're not really gonna tank anything up close. You're not super capable of beating people in close combat, but you're very capable of keeping yourself alive from range, and so that really helps there. And then, of course, you pair that with the fact that you can get damage boosting when you want even more damage output. You can get healing every so often so that people can't chip you down. Usually ranged builds just end up getting chipped down, unless someone rushes you. So long as nobody's able to rush you, then you usually just die from just chip damage, right? Like, they'll deal a little bit of damage to you at a time, and over time you eventually die. But with MIMICKER, that doesn't really happen because you can just heal yourself up, and so that completely eliminates the chip damage, which is the primary way of dealing with a lot of ranged builds. And so MIMICKER's just very, very, very solid as a ranged build. Obviously, you could also use it with like Gemini or Strike Rocket or Hornet. Those would work pretty decently as well. But yeah, I do still prefer Tetra Rifle overall because it has the capacity to deal with people who are in stealth. Obviously, requiring a target lock can be a bit of a problem, so Tetra Rifle's nice in that way. It doesn't have to doesn't require a target lock of any type, doesn't rely on status effects per se, and it is also largely a burst fire weapon. You deal a lot of damage in a very short amount of time, so the small amount of time that you are kind of exposing yourself and putting yourself sort of in the line of fire, it's not going to be for very long, and you'll deal a lot of damage during that time. So yeah, overall, very, very nice. MIMICKER is a very fun mech to use. I definitely enjoy using it. But I will say, I mean, it's in tier 9, right? Like, yeah, it costs credits, which to a lot of people basically means that it's like essentially a free mech. But is it worth rushing yourself into tier 9 in order to get essentially a free mech in the form of MIMICKER? I would say not. I would say continue to take your time. There are some decent 16 energy weapons that cost credits, and you can buy those, and you can get tier stars to unlock tier 9 eventually anyway. Sure, that's perfectly fine. But I would not say that you should rush it. I would not say that you should buy stuff that's kind of not really worth getting, like Disruptor 16. It's kind of mid. Same thing with like Reaver 16. They're not really great. So, if you have to get a weapon that's not really good in order to get you those tier stars, I would say don't do that. I would say take your time, get those tier stars from, maybe you get like some other mech from a crate rush event, right? Like maybe you get like a Nomad or a Lacewing or something from a crate rush, and you can get those tier stars that way. But MIMICKER, it is fun, but it's nothing crazy. Definitely not meta. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it competitively. So keep in mind that even though it can be decent, and there are some weapons that I really, really like using it with, you should manage your expectations. It's nothing crazy. But otherwise, yeah. If you have MIMICKER, if you're planning on getting MIMICKER, let me know what you're using it with or what you're planning on using it with. And if you've been using it for a while and you think that there's a weapon that I completely overlooked that's really good on this mech, let me know. I've gotten some decent results with even RuFFles a couple times. So, like, that, it could be very interesting. I think this is a fairly high skill mech, so it's something that I might be able to try. But otherwise, yeah, that'll be it for me. Appreciate y'all. Take care.